Hi, seven pinners. Welcome to your April scopes. So, this is an interesting month for you. You have a 7-8-2-4 dynamic. The dominant energies are 7 and 8. The subdominant energies that are working inside of this month are 2 and 4. So, what does that mean for you? Well, I call this your honey-do list month. It's not the entire, before you click out of this recording. It's not the entire focus of the month, but it actually is prominent. And we'll get into that in a second. And then the other aspect here is sensuality and intimacy and relational dramas that are not your own. They will be coming to you. And the experience you're going to have around that. I'd say the third minor component is something that you've been experiencing since January. It probably started in December, like it does for all pins, rolling into a new cycle that you've been dealing with assets and money and contracts and other people's assets and monies and contracts, and making sure that things are, cleaned up, agreed upon, etc. This month, let me see if I want to go backwards or forwards. Let's just take care of the most simplest routine that you're already in, because this is a part of the seven experience as you prepare for your 8 personal year, which is starting next January, that things are cleaned up and tidied up, just as far as, finances are concerned, mostly in the realm of business and how things are cooking and humming and moving there. That's just one component that's going to be a part of this month. And you know how to do this. Just make sure that you are really paying attention to the finer details of any written agreement, okay? Always the way that it is, because all the pins are sitting in a 4 energy, which is April. 4 is all about stability and structure and orders and systems. It's the worker bee number, but it's also a highly intelligent number. And basically, what it supports is all across our lives what is needing to be reorganized for better flow, for better management, for better everything, so that it doesn't require so much time. All what we value, what we need, all of us need to have more time and the ability to think clearly in our heads and to feel clearly in our heart chakra, right? All that stuff. So this month supports that. And this is an easy segue to go into your honey-do list, which involves people in your life, possibly your honey, your kids, your family, anything that involves other people. And this stuff, whatever this stuff is, just is demanding now that you pay some attention to it. It's mundane, it's boring, there's nothing exciting about it. Yeah. It's like when I'm asked to clean out the garage, or the garage is asking me to clean out the garage. Please clean me out. Ugh, who enjoys that? You just have to get around to doing it. So here's my suggestion. This is one of your to-don'ts, actually. It's a to-do and it's a to-don't, because oftentimes what comes with the 7 is the need to be alone and the need to be able to contemplate your navel and all that kind of stuff. And it can also turn a little bit cranky, grumpy, acerbic, all that kind of stuff, which is a whole nother conversation to have about the they're like personality traits of each one of these numbers. And I promise you guys I will get them recorded. Just trying to get these pins up to all of you. So that will come. Just don't. Find a way, if you can, to play, to laugh, to make it fun when it's not fun. And everybody knows it's not fun. Just find a way to get some joy out of it. Turn on your favorite music, what music that other people love as well. That's really light and it's bouncy, or make a game out of it. But this is something that I know that you're actually quite good at, sevens. You are able to compartmentalize. So compartmentalize this. It's a little bit every day, or maybe it's more than a little bit, for a handful of days. But there's something here for the entire month, which is moving towards better management. And that better management across the board of life requires that we roll up our sleeves, we put on our old jeans and our ripped up t-shirt, we throw our hair up on top of our heads, and we just get it done. Okay? Lean in, make it fun. That's a big one. And this last pocket is the pocket that I'm kind of excited to talk to you about. And also, it's delightful. There is a sensuality to this month. There's always a sensuality to a 2-7-8 coupling. And it's something that I don't really talk about because I think honestly it makes people uncomfortable. But this is a part of life. Our relationships are a part of life, and sex is a part of life, and everything else that goes along with life is a part of life, right? The piece here is that's going to intrigue you and interest you. It's intriguing, actually. You are a magnet for those in your life, or even if like it's sometimes it ends up being somebody you don't even know and you just happen to be somewhere where this conversation starts that's conducive to intimate discourse in some way. It is very strange, the 2-7 coupling, how this shows up, and you will be witness to the process of relationship and the drama that goes along with it. And and people, not just one person, will be asking for your counsel. Now, the thing that is beautiful and profound is how this is going to dictate to you what it is that you need to do to pivot and move in your own intimate relationship, and or the other relationships that are intimate in your life. It's going to show you how you choose to be in relationship across the board, and then go do something about it, because this is a 4-month. These energies support us. They are there as opportunities. Take any example that you want in life. When this is a square peg going through a square hole. This is a round peg going through a round hole. And the juice of this sits around relationship and intimacy. Part of the reason why this is so important is that in life, and you're moving into your 8th personal year, there are going to be some things. If you're in a long-term relationship and it's gotten a little stale, or it's gotten a little repetitive and fallen into a rut, that kind of stuff, and you think that it's got enough history to it that it's going to hold it, this is your opportunity to not fall into that thinking, because that's a little bit of apathy, right? When we hit a 4-month, apathy is challenged. This laziness idea is challenged, and we're nudged Clean stuff up across the board of your life. This is going to be interesting. This one component is interesting this month because it's showing you new life. It's showing you it's a aha moment, and it's shining a light on, oh yeah, I've been doing that too, as you're listening to this person, and they're lamenting, or they're complaining, or they're really saying, how do I fix this? You give your counsel, by the way, but also take note that it's stimulating you in a way to reevaluate relationship across the board. Yeah. In a 7 personal year, uh, the the challenge, I know I have a lot of sevens in my life, 7 life pathers. The challenge to that number, and the power in that number, and the challenge to that number. Um, let me explain this. The higher spiritual law of 7 is openness of the heart to wisdom through trust. Okay. 7 is the number of the mystic. It's the number of the lawyer, and it's the number of the philosopher. All this study, all this knowledge, all this knowing, before you're going to open up and share that, you have to trust the environment that you're in, and you have to trust the people that you are with before you open your mouth to share, right? That's the higher spiritual law of the 7 before it moves into the 8, which is accessing power for the singular goal of abundance, and by default recognition. The integrity that spiritual law is based in and demands is that success, that recognition, power, and abundance is rooted in sharing it with others and moving it towards the good of all. All right. So the point for this 7 wisdom and this 7 deep contemplation usually requires that you kind of want to go off and find a cave and spend a lot of that time in your cave, because you're tired. This is your recharging year. This is not your duty year. Do you remember what you lived through last year in your 6 pin? Last year in your 6 pin, you spent a lot of time taking care of your family, didn't you? Yeah. So you are happily enjoying this break. I counsel couples all the time based on their pins to maintain health in their relationships, so they understand that these energies actually are influencing and impacting our daily lives, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. And to understand and know what your partner's number is, and your children's and your friends, is imperative. In my book, it's imperative. I know every single person in my life that is a functioning part of my life. I know what's going, and just by default, but I've been doing and working with, I've been doing these directives for 15 years, and I've been following this oracle for over 30. So it's almost like, it's organic to me. And I'll get you guys there. That's why I'm going to get it to organic. So the fact that the 2 is here for you is like this, it's a stop on your journey as you prepare for everything that 8 represents next year around relationship and connection, and understanding how you currently are connected. You'll have the gift. It's a yummy gift of being with people, and actually enjoying being with these people, and enjoying this breath of relationship that is wafting through your day. All right. I don't even need to, I'm looking down on my pieces of paper. All of these scopes are, you can find them written out for any of you who want to see a hard copy that's linear over at 12listen.com. That's where I work as an intuitive and a spiritual counselor. Been over there for almost 15 years, and it's on my homepage there. There's about 50 seers and psychics and beautiful creatures that I consider family there. Look for my name, and we all have an individual page. Click on my name, and everything you're going to need to know is there. Some people actually need to see, just give me the list. It's a visual thing. And I'm a creative. I can write, I have the duality thing. I can write it all down, but then I'll never look at it if I'm talking about it. And it's very different. It's a different experience for sure. So some of you love this. Some of you drives you crazy, and I respect and I totally get both. So your coupling, guys, just to wrap this up, your 7 pin is moving through the 8 global terrain. That's your long marathon run. And yeah, that if you go back 9 years, you'll see same similarities because you were in the same coupling. Actually, they rotate through. All of us rotate through these 9 year cycles. You can go back and you can kind of say, oh yeah, the same thing is happening inside of this year. I remember that year. All right. So your marathon run is the 7 moving through the 8 terrain. And then your sprint run for this month is 2 moving through a 4 terrain. And that just basically translates to relationships, one-on-one conversations, one-on-one listening, art of diplomacy, finding balance, all that kind of good stuff. Boundaries. Yeah, if any of these individuals lean in for a smooch, I do want you to think hard about if that is something that could cause problems and if you want it or you don't want it. All right. Okay, you guys. Next month, let me just do a quick snapshot for you. When does the business actually really start to kick in of opportunity? This is one last thing I need to talk to you about. I know you've been thinking about some ideas. I know they've been cooking there in the back end. They're not fully fleshed out yet. The numbers don't support it. They just don't support it. A 2-4 energy in a month doesn't support it. A 4-4 energy or 4. So next month you're moving into a 3-5 energy, and then the next month you're moving into a 4-6 energy. That's in June. June is when all you're going to be doing is focusing in on your projects. And oftentimes they will involve family members. I'm jumping ahead of time, but it's your business month. And then the next month is seriously your business month in July. And then in August, things just take off like a rocket ship. So know that that's coming, and it is always coming for you. By the time you hit September, things are just not going to slow down, which is good. We all get really excited about that. Like, okay, we want success, we want prosperity, we want our creativity and our ideas, wherever that sits in your life, to be successful. We want recognition, yes, for our good works, right? Yeah, right. This month is this little pocket. Okay, so lean in and enjoy it and be playful and be present and allow yourself to be intrigued. Allow yourself in these situations to be intrigued. And keep your energy on the that the glass is half full, not glass is half empty, because nothing good comes from half empty. It causes problems, actually. And then we go into mild depression and all this stuff. And it's just not, don't. Sevens don't. Nothing good is going to come there. I have a mantra that I say when I'm challenged and I want to go into woe is me, or I say all the time, today is a beautiful day. And I look forward to what's happening today. I wonder what's going to happen today. I am so completely optimistic and curious about what's going to happen today. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now just talk to yourself, redirect your thoughts, redirect that energy, and you guys are going to do just fine. Okay, big loves to all of you. And, any updates, I love the updates. Always love the updates. Leave some feedback here, ask a question here. And we'll keep this conversation going. Okay, you guys, big hugs until next month. Okay, well, the scopes will be up probably. I'm going to go for a couple of days, 3 days before May 1st. All right, hugs. Bye.